Oh, are we recording?
Don't worry, we didn't get it.
That wasn't P.
Hello everybody, it's Preston here, also known as Godzilla Hawk, and we are here with Captain Asshole Brent and Captain Man Whore Jeremiah.
It's actually Major Whore.
Captain, oh, I'm
You
sorry.
salute while I scoot.
We changed my name to Major.
Okay, so you're Major Man Whore. And
I just want to throw this out there. Hey to Whack Man.
We miss you, buddy.
A giant hand beating off in the sky.
is he even going to watch this video?
Probably not, but I hope.
If you're watching, remember, look for the Whack Man symbol.
I don't even know what this is about, but apparently you two know who this Whack Man is, and all I gotta say is from what I've heard, it's hilarious.
He's one of the best superheroes ever.
And to think they never expected him to be the customer service rep at Orchard Supply. It was a perfect cover.
He was like the Clark Kent.
Besides being like a billionaire or a reporter.
Yeah, he's pretty much the Clark Kent of it, really. You know?
Wow.
I remember drawing up his whole his uniform. We gotta put his underwear on the outside. It's been done a couple times, but this time it's necessary. Put a lot of little spots here and here. Giant brown stain down the middle.
God, I remember we had so much fun. You weren't there, Preston, yet. But
Yeah.
Whack Man was a very important character in the league.
Yeah, Brandon actually told me about that. Actually, I think it was
I
a
drew
couple
up
days ago.
everybody's.
I think
And it was
on
funny 'cause
Friday, I
we were
think.
coming up with like our nemesis, or everybody's nemesis, and freaking mine was actually me. I twirl around and I'm in a different outfit.
It was weird. Whack Man had the Sinister Chafe.
Yes.
Captain Gonorrhea.
Burning Indian.
Burning Indian. Captain Gonorrhea. Miss Hepatitis.
Madam Herpes.
Madam Herpes. That was the best one. I love the dress you made for that. Just nasty stuff all over that dress. It was like foreskin, but with stuff on it.
His pet wiener dog.
Anyways, back to the actual video.
We called him Buns.
Anyways, back to the video.
The Whack Cave. Or as we call it, the rails knew to call it, the Playboy Mansion.
Jizzmobile.
Well, technically it was a parking lot on the side of the Playboy Mansion.
Alright, let's do this.
Yes. That's what she said, by the way. Anyways.
Leave my sister out of this.
So,
Too late. You brought her up.
I never mentioned anything. I never mentioned anything about your sister.
Well, somebody's sister had to be in here.
Well, you know, he's the one to talk about your sister. I don't really know your sister. Anyways.
Look at Pogo's dick. Doing.
Alright.
Anyways.
Alright.
No leprechaun movies for you. No more. Anyways, moving on. We're here to review Fastlane. Exactly, there you go. Jump down. So let's move on to all the matches. Like I said, Jeremiah and Brian were a little late because Brian had work, so Jeremiah had some unfinished business to take care of, and afterwards he went to pick up Brandon. So they missed the first hour.
Shaking medicine for the old elderly.
This seems about right. This one seems a little stuck. It's here.
I told you, if you want good money, don't treat it as a ketchup bottle.
Moving on, please.
I may come out the other side that time.
And my car still has never smelled the same. Fastlane, there we go.
Yes, please, Fastlane. We can do a
That's what we call it now. How is your car doing? I think she's lost a little weight in the back.
I think we're going to go back to Fastlane. We're not going to talk about how you rate my car.
Which one?
The time of your
God, that exhaust was never the same again.
I just got a brand new exhaust pipe, dude. It was great. You chromed out everything. I'm picturing up on your phone.
This is not scripted, by the way.
No.
Did you imagine your best friend raping your car in the exhaust? My car,
in public.
I had my car was a modified Altima. It was great, but afterwards, you could hear my car going down the street. It would go, and then when it shifted, it go.
Anyways, now let's get back to the video after 3 minutes of just what the fuck type of moments. So,
Oh, we're not done yet.
that's what she said.
Oh, it is.
Moving on. So we're going to talk about all the matches.
Just bring up your sister now.
What was the first match?
First match, it was Dolph Ziggler versus Dolph Ziggler, Eric Rowan, Ryback versus Seth Rollins, Big Show, and Kane, the Authority. Honestly, I didn't pay attention to this match. This match wasn't really anything special. The only good thing about this was after the end of the match, Randy Orton returned and attacked the Authority, and Seth Rollins ran away. Now, I think it's going to be official. They're going to do Seth Rollins and Randy Orton, which I'm not going to complain about. It'll be a good match. The only thing is, I really hope they kind of build us up and make it, we actually want to see this match. And the question would be, would Seth Rollins go over, or would they give Randy the win? Personally, in my honest opinion, I would actually give it to Randy Orton. Yeah, surprisingly. Not because I know Randy Orton's fan, but because after all the losing streaks Randy Orton's been going through, you need to give Randy Orton that win, especially if you want to push him up again in the ranks. You have to have him win some matches. And not only that, you'll make Seth Rollins more believable, because you don't want to make this guy like, oh, he can win every match. You have to have him lose some matches, including with big guys like Cena and Sheamus and Randy Orton. And that way, you can make him into like a bigger type underdog type scenario. I think he's never going to become champion. When he does, then that would, make him more believable. And he said, I fought Orton, I fought Cena, and all these guys. Kind of push him up, but if they do have a match, I think Orton's going to win. Do you have any thoughts about Orton returning?
Narwhals swimming in the ocean. Oh, I'm sorry. I started hearing Randy Orton, and I started just thinking about that song.
Well, let's actually go to actual WWE fan. So, Jeremiah.
I agree with Preston, totally. I enjoy Randy Orton and Narwhals. And I think it's going to be a great match. I can't wait to see it.
No.
Especially since we're going there.
Yes. Brad, do you want to hit on anything about Orton or anything about Seth Rollins or what do you think might happen, or do you want to move on to the next match?
Sorry, it's catchy. It's catchy.
That's what she said.
I think they're the color of your shirt.
That's not okay if that's what she said. That's a shot of penicillin there.
She told us penicillin.
It depends whose penicillin she's taking.
Jose's.
If she thinks I'm a narwhal, have you seen how big a narwhal is? That 3-foot thing on its head?
Anyways, can we please focus? Okay. Do you have any thoughts before we move on to the next match?
Plenty of them. Nothing to do with wrestling.
Okay, then we're moving on then.
Wait. Something popped in my head.
Okay.
It's amazing. So, damn it, it almost jumped out. You put your left
I can't believe we're going to WrestleMania with this guy.
You put your left foot in and you shit on your brain.
Alright, do you have actually something?
It was about Orton. I hope they don't get it up, because I really would like to see an Orton return. I would also like to see the return of the punt kick. I'd like to see him go insane.
When was the last time?
How about insane Orton? When was the last time you saw an insane an insane wrestler?
Back in 2000, I would say the last thing they did was back in 2011 with him in rivalry with Christian, I would
I'm not referring to him. I'm referring to an insane wrestler. I think it wasn't like Psycho Sid.
Dean Ambrose is kind of psychotic and Bray Wyatt. Like they
push it, but he's talking about like snapped, yeah.
Well, like I said, Orton went snapped last night with Christian.
He goes back to attacking like random people. He when they're about to have a match, the first thing he does is out of nowhere he RKO's freaking
anybody really.
Well, yeah, I know. It's just, they're all like, okay, who? Come on, spit it out. I see it like suddenly he just RKO's freaking
pretty much anybody.
Stephanie. Ooh. Just out of nowhere, first thing he does goes after Stephanie.
I hope a boo pops out.
I hope one of them don't go flat. And you're like, oh, there goes WWE.
Well, I hope it happens at WrestleMania because I'll blow it back up.
Well, be careful because your girl will probably be watching probably.
Which one?
The one you currently have.
Bella? Oh.
That's another thing. That's a whole other level we gotta deal with when we get there.
Anyways, but that's not.
I go find my wife. Here, Bella.
Anyways, that's not a bad prediction. And I'm being honest, that's not a bad prediction. Maybe they can do something like that.
I found the other twin. I threw her at Preston. She got in my way.
Anyways, next match. Honestly, this match wasn't really much of a wrestle. It was more like storytelling basis. It was Golden Stardust. I like the whole story thing where they're doing is Stardust like pretending he's, like doesn't exist. Like Cody doesn't exist. You're not my brother. My father's dead. You'll never give him back. It wasn't really like a match. It was like, oh my god, spectacular. I'll be honest to say that. I do see a WrestleMania rematch. I really honestly hope they bring back Cody Rhodes, the Cody Rhodes where he was the Intercontinental Champion. He was going as that world title streak. It was like going to be like a big main eventer. But, you know, they did the Stardust thing, which was cool at the time, but after a while it's kind of dying. I hope they scrap the Stardust thing and they do find a Goldust and Cody Rhodes match at Mania or something like that, so then that way Goldust could retire or do whatever and Cody Rhodes can move on, maybe even win Money in the Bank this year or something like that.
Maybe reset both of the wrestlers and give them their own personas instead of being...
I see the match happening, but I see their father coming down to the ring.
Honestly, like this was actually one of my predictions last year. I did a WrestleMania prediction card, like a booking show. I think Brandon remembers this.
Oh yes, we're talking about this a while.
This has been talked about since 2011 when Dustin Rhodes was there. Like I said, one of my prediction matches was it was Cody Rhodes and Goldust, and the special guest referee was their father, Dusty Rhodes. That was one of my matches. I had Cody Rhodes win the match. So if they do this match, I hope they give it to Cody Rhodes this time, because since that Goldust won, it would not make Cody look good. Goldust won again. You have to give it to Cody, and especially if you want to make Cody Rhodes that main event star again, even possibly have him win Money in the Bank, you got to push him.
Unless they want to push Cody over the edge and have him become insane.
I don't know, but I just want... but yeah, like I said,
the winky shot.
Anyways, the match was not anything special.
Twinkle Jewels.
The match was not special, but for storytelling wise, it was interesting. I just hope they have a rematch and they actually have a match this time at Mania.
He does it to Goldust, and you're like, he shattered his dreams.
Well, you kind of gave your thoughts out a little bit, but what are your thoughts?
No, just like I said, I see the match. I don't see it as a big match unless Dusty Rhodes does come out. Being a Hall of Famer, it's going to be WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I kind of see that happening. I don't know what he'll do, but it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah. I mean, do you have anything last minute things before we move on to the next match?
No, I made it quite clear. I mean, I could see that happening, but I see Cody Rhodes losing and then pushing them to the limit and doing the insane thing again. The other thing I could see is their father just kind of clocking both of them.
Like, what do you mean by that? Like, beating them both?
Hits them both with a steel chair. He thinks he's going to fix them.
Or take off his belt. That'd be
The next day, no makeup on any of them, except for Goldust, who now has whatever left his hair like in red.
Hmm.
And he's just like, I'm a normal person now, except I like to have my hair red.
Well, that's
more gold or black, please. I wear pink only.
That's a very bold prediction. But
I mean, I'm talking about like such an insanely big just reset on their characters. Well, but it's a better bet to make Cody go insane.
I don't know. It could be a hit or miss.
He's 3/4 of the way there. You just kind of gotta push him off.
Anyway, you do too many pushing on crazy people. I'm just
yeah.
Are you kidding? That's half my thing.
Well, it's true. I mean, let's think about it. First, he's talking about Oregon Gill's about
to. I walk in, I'm like, oh, I got something to help you.
Now let's move on to the next match. This match was actually a good tag team match. It was the Usos versus Tyson Kidd and Cesaro. Honestly, I was actually shocked about this match. I really thought the Usos were going to win, and then the Usos were going to defend the titles against some other tag team, and then lose then, like the Ascension I predicted, but I was wrong.
I had a question on this one. Did any of the female wrestlers get involved in this match?
Not that I'm aware of.
Did either member of Damien Sandow and
No.
Get involved?
No. They were all in the pre-show.
So it was all pretty much straight up.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. So, and Cesaro, of course, Cesaro came swinging right here, and Tyson Kidd ended up winning tag team titles, which...
He changed his shirt before we got here.
No, this was actually... I've been wearing the shirt the entire day.
No, he was wearing Kill Switch earlier.
No, I was not. Honestly, I wasn't.
I'll ask the pizza delivery man.
They're not going to remember.
Hey, if they can do promos, they can remember.
They
I've got your sausage right here.
They can deliver pizzas, make pornos, and change pipes. I mean, seriously. I mean,
But anyways, like I said, I honestly thought Cesaro and Tyson Kidd weren't going to win the tag titles yet. I really thought that they were going to hopefully push these guys a little bit more, build these guys up more to be more of a legit tag team. But they actually won, which is interesting. And honestly, I'm going to be honest, when they first came out, I thought, why are they doing this with these guys? But honestly, as a tag team, they're actually pretty good tag team. It's something fresh, and they're actually doing something with Cesaro and Tyson Kidd, which in my mind are both underrated. I mean, ever since Tyson Kidd got injured after the Money Bank thing, like, where has he been? Jobber status, like, missing. And ever since Cesaro won the Andre Giant Battle Royal thing, I mean, where has he gone? Absolutely nowhere. So it's good they start him off at the bottom, and hopefully they could rise him up to being maybe like main event stars or even Nick Carter at best or something. But I think this was a pretty good start for both these guys, and I hope they actually do something with Tyson Kidd, Cesaro, and hopefully maybe we can actually see maybe like a ladder match between these two at WrestleMania, so like they did with Edge and Christian, Hardy Boys or something like that. I don't know, just help build up the tag team division. So I'll give this team a chance.
I think I got the drug pizza.
Anyways, what are your thoughts?
You're doing that so well. I was mesmerized.
I know he should get. I know he should get an Oscar.
I was like, man, he looks like Josh Blue's cousin. Like,
anyways, do you have any thoughts to cap off about the winners?
You know, it kind of sucked that we did miss the match, but I mean, the way you say it seems pretty good. I just can't wait to see where it goes.
Look my finger. He's just building.
What are your
the
thoughts?
pressure's going to keep going up.
What are your thoughts?
Until it comes down.
What are your thoughts?
So Nipples finally has a gold belt.
What?
Nipples?
Oh, Captain Nipples Cesaro. Yeah, he's got a tag team title now.
When did he start wearing a shirt again?
What?
This is freaking me out. Like, I don't know if this is not real or not.
I'm tapping into it.
That's what he was doing with her.
I've been practicing so much with him. He's driving me home and he's interviewing me while I'm like that.
It's true. It was actually true. It was on Saturday.
You were still just stuck in it because you were like, he's driving me home.
Quick, turn on the siren! Oh, found car.
This might help us get a table when we go to eat on WrestleMania.
Okay, but guys, I'm sorry. No offense, but can we try to get through this, please?
I'm trying as hard as I can.
That's what she said.
What are we going for next?
Okay, that's right. We'll talk about the Steen and Triple H segment. There we go.
I don't think we missed.
Yes.
What?
Also,
I'll kind of fill in the blanks for you. So Triple H comes out, cuts a promo saying, "Sting, get out here now." That's how a face-to-face country. Sting comes out, does not say a word, just stares at Triple H the entire time. Triple H is saying, "You know what? I get you were the face of WCW. When the shit was sinking down, you were rising up. You had your head held high, but of course the company's dead. But I can make you to a star again. I can put you on the WWE network. I can make action figures, make more merchandise. I can make you relevant again." And of course, Steen doesn't say anything. So Triple H is just like, "Okay, you know what? You're not going to pick that option. So we're going to go plan B." Takes off his jacket and starts beating the crap out of Sting. Triple H grabs a sledgehammer, is about to whack Sting with it, and then Sting pulls out his baseball bat like a sword, like puts it on his throat, backs into a corner. We think Sting's going to attack Triple H, but instead takes the baseball bat, points it to the WrestleMania sign, saying he wants a matchup. Mania against Triple H. Triple H agrees to it, of course, and as soon as Sting turns his back, Triple H goes to attack, and Sting hits him with a baseball bat, and then Scorpion Death Drop, and then now the match has been official. We're getting Sting and Triple H at WrestleMania. Jeremiah, what are your thoughts about this segment, and now officially this match being official now at WrestleMania?
I can't wait to go to WrestleMania.
Oh, I'm excited for it.
Dude, no, totally. I mean, especially for this match. My thing is, I'm hoping Triple H does some more exercise. He kind of looks like he's just been letting go since he's been leaving.
Yeah.
He's Ric Flairing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, I mean, he still works out. Like he's not like Vince McMahon or like Ric Flair, like
who's on the cover of Men's Fitness.
Yeah, that's true. For like a guy in his 60s or 70s, he's pretty buff now.
That's what my grandfather was.
Wow. Well, I gotta give him thumbs up for that.
My grandfather?
Yeah.
That's the way he was.
Wow.
For the heart condition.
Wow, okay.
He used to lie to me. He told me he was Mr. T when I was younger.
Don't talk back to me, fool!
Anyways, you have any thoughts about this?
Your grandfather was like Mr. T? Oh, you mean...
No, it's Justine, Triple H. Right in the camera.
I'm looking forward to WrestleMania. What the hell do you want from me?
Well, like,
we didn't see it.
You know what?
It's
If
cool.
you need to pick me a picture, reach into my ass, pull the crayon out, and use it.
DJ, I told you a million times. I told you a million times. DJ Crayola is not in your pants.
And this pants with ass.
Same difference.
Right next to the Legos.
I don't know why this hurts my head.
Here, I'll give you a hug.
Thank you. You smell like his balls.
Does it feel bad when you get hugged by a pedophile? Red face.
No.
Red face.
No. Anyways, let's continue
Red
on.
face or nut top?
This is really scaring me.
Anyways, can we move on?
My face is melting.
Okay, please. Can we
And
please move on? This video's
pressure
going to take
is
way too
building.
long now. Video's taking way too long.
Let's do
the women's match.
No, let's do the confirmation too. But we have that match, and we have a not a real confirmation, but we know it's going to happen.
Oh,
Bray
well,
Wyatt and Undertaker.
well, you know what? Actually, let's get that out of the way.
I am excited.
Everybody was already speculating this from the start. Bray Wyatt versus Undertaker, but we weren't really for sure because some of us were thinking Undertaker was actually going to retire, and others were thinking Undertaker was going to face this. But ever since Bray Wyatt, ended the feud with Dean Ambrose, seems to be kind of strange promos to a certain somebody, and we
You know what I
haven't
just
really
realized? Look at the camera. Look closely.
America.
Red, white, and blue.
I know America. That's kind of cool.
Technically, it's pronounced America.
Okay.
America.
Fuck yeah. You get it?
Rock on
Durka, Durka. Muhammad Jihad.
Anyways,
I'll put a jihad
so,
on you.
like I said, he was like Bray Wyatt was kind of these promos backstage about this certain somebody, how this guy was once a fierce competitor, but now he's just a mortal. He was just a mortal. He was just a mortal man, and this and that. We're like trying to think, who's he talking about? And I was thinking back in my mind, maybe it's Undertaker. Until Bray actually called it. We hear Undertaker's music coming, and we're like, there's no way it can be Undertaker.
No way! No way!
And as soon as the Druids open up the coffin, Bray Wyatt sits up, cuts the bro, saying, I used to look up to this guy. This guy was once a legend. This guy was the guy, but now he's proved that he's just mortal. He's weak, and I'm not afraid of Undertaker anymore. He's just a joke. And also now this is speculation saying the Undertaker and Bray Wyatt are going to have a match.
I hope
what are your thoughts?
I hope that Monday night, the day after WrestleMania, Monday night, no matter what happens, I hope Brock Lesnar shows up and F5 Bray Wyatt once and gives him a concussion.
Why?
We'll see how long it takes him to come back.
He's got a point. I mean,
Well, what are your thoughts about this whole segment? What are your thoughts about possibly Undertaker and Bray Wyatt?
I love the storyboard. I love how it lines up. That's
you got crazy scary with just death scary, and it's going to come out good. That's all. You know.
Crazy scary, but he doesn't have the size advantage. He's just like a big guy. And then you got unbelievably strong phenom kick out.
Which we have no idea what he is right now. Not what
I know,
he is,
like
in
my
what
bet is
condition
still
he is.
my bet is that he if it happens, he ain't coming down as Undertaker. He's coming down as Badass Taker.
So almost kind of like his actual self, in a way.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, as Undertaker, you notice, his his promos are kind of the
That
same.
makes sense.
Well, I got
You
you
gotta fight the
cuckoo.
man. You gotta beat the man.
Well, I'm just trying to say,
If you want that side of this coin, you're gonna have to face the other side of that coin.
Well, like you said, I'll jump into this very quickly before we move on. If you notice, because Undertaker's promos are kind of the same, it's like, you will rest in peace, and you'll never break the streak, and the same promos.
He's not even responding this
But
time.
But you know what I mean? Like when it comes to the past promos as Undertaker, but when he cuts his American Bash, you can tell he talks better. He cuts better promos. He talks more like he's actually Mark. Mark is his real name. He's more acting like himself. So if they do regular Undertaker, I'm fine with that.
Released.
But well, like I said, I don't know what they'll do. But you can't see it. Yeah, exactly.
Wait till your shirt catches fire.
But anyways, now let's move on.
Breathe up here.
I just don't want to breathe the air.
You gotta understand there's a cloud monster just looking at you like.
Anyways, all right, let's honestly please move on. But you still got a lot of matches to recover.
Not really.
No, actually we do. Divas match, I honestly gotta say Nikki Bella won. I kind of predicted in my mind, but we weren't even paying attention to the match, honestly. We were too busy talking. So I can't really judge this match, so I got to pass on that.
I thought it was great. Brandon is my wife, and she won.
You mean Nikki? It was Nikki Bella defending her title against Paige.
I didn't say any name.
You said Bella.
No, I said as her being my wife.
Isn't that the last name of both of them? Is Bella?
Like somebody wants to be my brother.
Anyways, now let's move on to an Intercontinental Championship match. Dean Ambrose versus Wade Barrett. I thought for what I saw, it was a decent match at best. It was nothing. He said it was predictable, but he called it slightly off. He said Wade Barrett was going to win by disqualification, was going to lose by disqualification.
I thought he was going to intentionally get himself disqualified in some way. Instead,
Dean Ambrose was the one that got himself disqualified. Now, does this mean they'll have a rematch at WrestleMania? I see it happening, and then maybe
I see a rematch on Monday Night Raw.
Well, maybe at WrestleMania we don't know what they'll do.
He did take the title.
Huh?
He remember he stole the title.
Yeah,
they could build up a nice feud between Dean Ambrose saying I want a rematch at WrestleMania.
Could you imagine? It's a Intercontinental Championship ladder match at WrestleMania.
Book it right now. It will make the title relevant. That's why I agree with that. I'll do that.
I'd like to see that too.
Add some sort of stipulation to it, like
it
a ladder
is a stipulation. It's a ladder match.
No, that's what I'm saying. You gotta for this one, do a ladder match, no disqualification, stretcher, something. Change it up, make it different. At WrestleMania, like in the old days.
Dean Ambrose goes for a chair shot, and boom, bullhammer right through the chair to his face. It broke his arm, but he got him with it.
Well, anyways, what are your thoughts? What do you see going through? Do you agree with me? Do you kind of agree with Brandon? What
I'd like to see a ladder match. If that'd be great.
We'd have to steal the ladder after WrestleMania. There's 20 things we got to steal on the list. One being on the belt.
I really want to step away from going to jail on WrestleMania.
Yeah, me too.
I know it's
We're
going to
not
happen.
going to get arrested. We're going to be taking freaking Jose's car.
We are?
Yeah.
We're taking my car.
We're taking, you're driving, we're taking Jose's car, and that way they have Jose's plates, and we dump the evidence.
Yeah, there you go. P.S. I hope Jose doesn't watch this video.
He's sitting there going, tires. I got 2 of them, yo, I can't do it.
But he's probably watching Yu-Gi-Oh videos on YouTube, so we're fine. So, so now let's move on to the next match. If memory serves me correct, I believe the next match was John Cena and Russo for the U.S. title, I believe.
Disappointing.
Honestly, the match was way better than I thought it was going to be. It was decent. I like the fact I like the ending. I liked how the fact that Rusev won by submission, but at the same time, you didn't have Cena submit.
It was like watching the old Triple H versus The Rock title matches, where if Triple H gets disqualified by the low blow, he used it to win. And it was like, oh, God, I'm tired of seeing matches like that.
That was it. I mean, I would have preferred...
right to the eyes or something.
Yeah, or, Anna hitting him with the title belt.
And being a disqualification.
Just something, him going out that way, it was just...
It's a heel move, and it's not like...
We already know Rusev is a heel.
But you have to think of it this way. It wasn't like low blow and then a roll. It was, I'm going to low blow you, and then I'm going to get you in the accolade, and I'm going to make you pass out.
He kicked him after that.
Yeah, he knocked him out with a kick.
He kicked him in the balls.
That's right, I forgot.
And then kicked him. He stiff kicked him in the face.
You're right, I take that back. He low blow him, kicked in the face, and then got an accolade, and the referee thought he passed out.
If you look close, you look at his arms like this, and you're just like, is his arms dislocated?
Yeah.
They weren't,
really
but
did.
yeah.
And the ref actually called off the match because of that. Like I said, I like the fact that you have Rusev win. I like the fact you have Rusev win by submission, but at the same time, Cena did not submit, so his never give up thing still holds intact. So that's what I like about it. I like the fact that both these guys are doing different stuff, like Tornado DT from Cena. I did not expect from him doing that. Like I said, you made Cena still look good.
And there was still no Celtic Warrior.
He'll probably returns. I guarantee he'll return to main face Daniel Bryan.
Watch. He's going to be the opener for Monday Night Raw. Just him walking out.
Well, for the Cena match, you know, I did enjoy it. I'm with Brandon. I didn't like the whole kick to the nuts, and I mean, it was just. It seemed for me out of not really Rusev's character to kick him in the nuts.
Yeah,
that's what it seemed to me.
So you want just like something different, like Rusev.
I could have seen him cheating, but a kick to the nuts didn't seem like that would come from him.
You seem more like he's like a ray to eyes or a tile to the head or something like that.
And
you just didn't see a low blow from him.
Yeah, I didn't see a low blow from him.
But anything else would have been
I do see this happening at WrestleMania. John Cena is going to win, and if you're watching, watch for me running out of the crowd to go help him.
I'll be in my seat.
John Cena will be sitting there going, yeah, in the crowd, and the title will disappear. He'll be sitting there going, and Brandon will be running like this through the crowd, and we're going to try to stop him because
it's funny. It's because you're going to see. You most likely are going to see us do something at WrestleMania. Whether it's I go into the match, help Cena, he comes out, and he tries to get us out of there, and he grabs the title, starts running, and he grabs Lana and starts running.
No, what's going to happen is one of them's going to come out, and we're going to be booing, and he's going to be like, oh, he's going to come over to the crowd, start yelling, and he's going to take his shirt off, like, what you gonna do now? What you gonna do now? What now?
My dad told me he's like son, I would like to see you wear a long sleeve shirt and just hide a bottle there, and when he comes up to talk shit, just.
So we can see that Mania, honestly. Now let's move on to the main event. Good main event. They did a lot of different stuff in this match.
I'm still barely taller than you guys.
Well,
I like the Smurf syndrome or something.
Brand, we'll start with you this time. What did you think of the match and the results?
Okay. The results of the match, predictable, true enough. I've been wanting that match anyways. I don't like the fact that you pointed out, too, that Roman Reigns is starting to do the same thing, movesets as Brock Lesnar. I'm not caring for that. Brock Lesnar needs to be the only one who does that because, in my house, that's kind of stupid. The other thing is, I don't like the fact that they discredited Daniel Bryan so badly. Because first off, Roman Reigns is the very first person to ever kick out of the running knee. Ever. And I know the thing about Randy Orton kicking out, he didn't get pinned right after it happened. There was a pause worth of time. So it's not that he kicked out of it, it's that he had enough time to kick out of it. Well, what I'm trying to say,
I think someone else kicked out of the right knee. I just can't remember. I remember. Somebody else.
We'll review it in the comments.
We'll review it, yeah.
Now, leave in the comments if you remember.
At the same time, one spear.
Yes, that
one spear to take out Daniel Bryan.
BS. I'm sorry, that was BS.
After all the kicks, after the stiff kick, after all the stuff Daniel Bryan did.
All it took was one spear. You're telling you could at least make Daniel Bryan kick out?
Yeah, at least make him kick out of the first spear. What did he take? He took one Superman punch. He took a
Samoan drop.
He took the Samoan drop.
Some slams.
He took a second rope power bomb.
Slams. He took some big slams.
He took a few.
The
kicks made more impact.
The drop kick on the apron.
The second rope power bomb was big. Like that was cool. That was a big thing.
Yeah, it's a lot like the triple power bomb he used to do with the Shield.
And plus he did that whole. Remember when John Cena and Batista?
But 2008. But look at it this way. So you got freaking the lapel lock not once but twice.
Oh, the second time was awesome though.
And he switched arms. He got both arms. Right?
And the second time looked better.
He got the running knee.
A lot
of
kicks.
He got the running drop kick to the corner. He got that 3 times in a row.
Don't forget the suicide dives 3 times. Twice.
No, 3. He changed the other side.
No, he got it twice, and he was going for a third time, then Roman Reigns caught him, and then Daniel Bryan reversed him.
He reversed it, and he did the suplex.
Yeah, and then Roman Reigns went to charge and got hit, ran first into the steps.
A spear into steel steps, so I consider that like a finisher to Roman Reigns. Yeah. And I'm just sitting there going, how discrediting can that get?
I mean, let's
at least make it a second spear. Heck,
Sure.
That should have opened up Roman Reigns to the ability to use a new finisher.
Seriously, how many superstars have we seen that pass you spears? Seriously?
Everybody has a spear.
That's what makes it
what's happening. What are they incorporating all of them now? A wicked clothesline. Now, the difference between a regular clothesline and a wicked clothesline is the wicked clothesline hits you right here, right in this area.
Oh, yeah, Roman Reigns is a clothesline. It's
and it's wicked. And he's the same type of clothesline that Dean Ambrose, who overused it 3 times in his match.
But it still looks cool, though.
It looks cool once, maybe twice. 3 times is way too many. So you got and who else used it? Bray Wyatt. Now you got 3 people who use.
Don't forget Undertaker, Kane.
The wicked clothesline, not a regular clothesline. You can see the differences if you ever see. If you
I know what you're saying. Like
right, it's the difference between using the bull hammer and using just an elbow. It's a big difference.
Yeah. Well,
now, that being said, they cut Daniel Bryan so bad on that one. The bell lock alone, I mean, seriously.
Not once, but twice. It was on the different sides.
Yeah, and the running knee. I mean, that alone.
He almost felt buried.
And then if you watch the spear, it didn't feel like it was a full spear.
I know, it felt like he almost kind of blocked it.
Yeah.
Kind of like he did on Raw.
It should have been spear, and when he went for the cover
kick out.
He should have just flipped it over into another belly lock.
Like no sell.
Like no sell.
Like Brock Lesnar to Triple H.
And then he gets up, goes to kick him in the head, ducks it, and as he gets up, just second spear. And that's then 1, 2, 3. It should have been 2 spears to take him out. Because it's not going to be 1 spear that's going to take out Brock Lesnar. Yeah. If it does, then that's not going to work.
Yeah. If I agree, you're going to make Brock Lesnar look like a bitch.
I totally agree. Another way that could have been done is after the spear, he picks him up instead of going for the count and does something else. You know, like you said, a new
alley-oop facebuster.
When was the last time we've seen that move? Freaking Jeff Hardy.
If he decided to take his signature move, and
look at freaking John Cena. What new move did he do?
Tornado,
the crippler crossface
and tornado DT.
Yeah,
he was actually at least doing that himself.
But the crossface, he's using it as his finisher.
No, he didn't use it as a finisher.
He tried to finish him, but it didn't work.
it was more like, oh my god, I didn't know he was using that move. It wasn't like a signature. It was just like that moment,
But it was a moment where we were just like, "That's great." You know?
Yeah, I didn't expect
oh my god, that was great.
I was waiting to see him like go for the spear and then just stick him in a freaking submission just to rub his face in it. Make Daniel Bryan.
I think you said that, and I said, "Why have you gone to like a lapel lock?" Daniel Bryan, maybe like Daniel Bryan passes out.
It would be okay to me, but I'd like to see him use a submission, and Daniel Bryan unfortunately, that I don't know that one.
Well,
something like that.
Well, I would have
same thing as like if John Cena had tapped to Rusev. It's like one of those epic moments, right? But it didn't happen.
Yeah.
And they undercut Daniel Bryan so bad that I have to give the final match an F. It's a terrible fucking match.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was terrible.
I get it. They buried Bryan, but it was a good match.
And every time Bryan tried to bring up the speed of the match, which makes things a lot funner to watch, more interesting, what happened?
All right, it's going to slow down.
I finally did one counter and slowed the match down again. Everything just hit the button.
I think they did that because it was the whole David versus Goliath kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, like Daniel Bryan said,
they should have just saved that type of thing for Daniel Bryan versus freaking Brock Lesnar. That would have been more believable.
Well, like I said, like Daniel Bryan said, his promo
it'd actually be really believable because technically, I think a giant would try to pull him apart piece by piece and just as he goes around.
Well, like I said, I want to point something out. Like I said, in Daniel Bryan's promo, remember he said on Raw to Roman Reigns, "You are bigger than me, you are stronger than me, but I am the better wrestler." Fact. And like I said, I'll agree with you on that. I only disagree because the match was still really good. But I agree. When he hit the spear, I went to the back of my mind thinking, so out of all the abuse, in fact, if I remember correctly, Daniel Bryan pretty much dominated that match, most of the match. And out of everything Daniel Bryan did, it took one spear. And I was like, I guess if Goldberg freaking did that to Daniel Bryan, but Roman Reigns, you couldn't kick out one spear. It was like the same. It was like Daniel Bryan Sheamus, how it was 18-second match. All it took was one bro kick and ended the match. It was like nothing else happened.
Okay, that was a distraction thing. Okay, that's a whole different ball game. This was face to face. He countered a second running knee into his own finisher. That was great. The spear itself didn't look too good. The impact was not very good.
And he should have kicked out.
And he should have kicked out. A single finisher.
I agree with you on that.
I don't know about anybody else, but I have to know for a fact the Samoan drop is not a freaking signature. It is just a move.
I know. It's not a signature. It's not used as a signature. It's the Superman punch as a signature. That's what Samoa Joe is just in his moveset. Do you have anything to comment on this?
Oh, you're all good.
Okay.
Just like I said, I think this pay-per-view isn't supposed to be over the top. It's just supposed to set everything up. And
exactly.
To make WrestleMania be as big as it could be.
And exactly. It's not like this. It's almost like the Elimination Chamber where it's not like, I can't wait for this pay-per-view. It's more like, this is the setup for WrestleMania and then the build-up towards Mania and to help make the card send. Like, we've got two big main events now.
Because it could have been so much more better. Like you said.
It could have been way better.
It could have been one of the best matches ever, but you can't have it right before WrestleMania.
I don't want it to be the best match ever. I want it to be a little more believable.
Yeah, like
At a single finisher like that, it just wasn't good enough for me. The fact that he kicked out of a running knee was impressive. It means that they're not looking at that as being a major move anymore. It's like how everybody kicks out of the trucks on the road. Who does it?
Well, I mean,
unless Big Show does it to you, and you're a little guy.
But like I said, they're trying to make Roman Reigns look believable. Like,
and when is New Day going to recruit R-Truth?
Who cares about New Day? Seriously, who really does? It's like, oh, cool, New Day. It's like, who gives a shit now? Come on, we might as well do this. Millions of dollars. No, get your.
When are they gonna be? What are they gonna be doing now that they're technically?
They might be back.
All these questions and more.
Like I said,
your next episode of Who's in My Mouth.
Excuse me a little bit. There you go. Like I said, what would you get this pay-per-view?
Picture likes to touch.
What are your thoughts on this pay-per-view? Just from the descriptions and the matches you saw, and your honest opinion out of 10. What would you honestly give it?
I'd give it a 6 or 7.
Yeah. And what about you?
The whole show?
Whole show.
Just from what you saw and you heard.
Well, it wasn't that disappointment from TNA, so I'll just say I'd give it probably a 5, maybe a 6 at most.
Yeah, I would probably give it like a 6. Like, most of the matches are just kind of, but...
I mean, the thing that killed it the most is 2 things. 2 big things.
One was the spear thing.
No. Just randomly just kind of made it a mediocre one.
Yeah.
Was the first off, there was no World Heavyweight Championship being, defended.
But again...
Not even an appearance by him.
That's true. You would have thought
he'd come out and either item or do F5.
Why do you think this was a bad decision for him to start? Why do you think we were so pissed off when he beat Cena for it?
And then the second thing, the second thing is, of course, the Elimination Chambers not being used.
Right.
Well, like I said, I'm sorry.
Even if the Elimination Chamber had been for the one going to WrestleMania, it'd have been worth it.
I get.
It didn't have to be for a title.
No, I get that. Like, they did that with not last year, but they did that a year before, where it was the number one contention for the World Heavyweight Championship. But
I think Goldberg wrecked the last one, so they can't really afford a new one.
Well, here,
pretty much.
I got to point something out. Like I said,
what's your point?
Okay, go ahead. Like I said, I'm sorry. What was the first thing you said that kind of disappointed you?
Was the fact that there was no appearance of Lesnar at all.
There we go. Like I said, first of all, I said this before. I'll say this again. You have to have a world champion. I get it. When Hogan won the championship, it was like, that's cool. But the difference between Hulk Hogan and Brock Lesnar were a couple things. First of all, Hulk Hogan showed up more on SmackDown. He actually 3 things. He showed up on SmackDown. He actually had title matches with guys like Chris Jericho. And not only that, he only had it for a month and then lost to The Taker.
But here's what I'm looking at. The big thing is no appearance at a pay-per-view.
The last time was Royal Rumble. That was it. I mean, let's say...
If he doesn't have to do an actual match or attack, but he needs to make an appearance and make himself known.
Yeah, at least come out to the stage and just be like,
walk out to the stage, do the dance, piss in the corner of it, my ring.
Walk
away.
Well, like I said, what I'm saying is, like I said, the only... No, really, I gotta finish it up because I want to try to... Oh, I'm sorry. Anyways, I want to finish this up. I want to make some points. I know I want to finish up here, but like I said, the only thing that was good about Lesnar holding the title, and I'll stand by this, was we got to see fresh talent and fresh views like Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, which was an awesome video. You got Bray Wyatt, Dean Ambrose, which was awesome, but you need a world championship. I think that this was the perfect time. You should have had 2 world titles again. That way, at least if one world championship was on TV, at least you still had like the world heavyweight championship still on the show. And that way, it wasn't like, well, we don't have a world championship, because that's like if TNA brought back like Scott Steiner and he's only part time. He won the TNA championships. Like
at this point, they just need to just put all the championships back in at the same time.
They just need
to have the cruiserweight. Bring back the hardcore championship,
European,
but still keep the United and the Intercontinental, so people can divide and specialize in their own types. And then you'll see a whole different thing. You'll see 5 divisions of wrestlers who excel in different ways. You'll have technical wrestlers. You'll have big blocky wrestlers. You'll have patriotism wrestlers for the United States champion who are all hard. You'll have cruiserweights going for the light heavyweight championship doing high flying. Oh my God! And then you'll have the hardcore division, which will have Jeff Hardy's of new breeds and new eras coming out of the woodworks and just taking it to the next level. You'll have all that, and then before you know
like I said,
you'll have people shining without having the World Heavyweight Championship. And the World Heavyweight Championship will be one of those things that happens once in a while, and it'll still be fun because you still got 5 other championships. Not to mention you have the tag team division, where you can take a member from one and another from another one, and just mix them both together and make something weird. And it's great.
And like I said, and that's interesting too. Like I said, I still agree that Brock Lesnar holding championship is still stupid, but at the same time, it has its ups. We can agree it has its ups, but it has its downs as well. I'm not going to say it's 100% stupid.
That's another thing. I think they just last thing. I think they need to make a new championship.
What championship?
I want the women's division hardcore championship to be made.
But we don't really have enough diva talent to do that. Like,
it's a hardcore championship. Chair shots are awesome.
But
ladders.
But they need a bigger women's division, though.
How about Queen of the Ring?
Ooh. Well, Divas Money in the Bank, you actually said at one point.
You could still stick John Cena in that match.
I'd love just to be in the middle.
And I get what you're saying. But now the last thing I got to mention is the second part. You said about the Elimination Chamber.
Divas Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
What they could do that in the games, why can't they do that in reality?
Because the video game is programmable.
True.
That's true. Because when I make a special diva, she's special.
Oh, I bet.
Her moves involve taking off things, picking things up,
and taking things away,
jumping jacks, trampolines,
and taking stuff away like Virginia's.
Getting RKO'd.
But anyways, one more last thing I got to mention was the Elimination Chamber. I like how when it first came in, it was like a Hell in a Cell, where every time it popped up, you're like, Elimination Chamber. Out of random, it was awesome. But like I said, doing the pay-per-view, it was okay, but you can kind of tell what was happening. With this, I think it's better because now you can have it like pop out of nowhere. We could be like unexpectedly. But like I said, I think they should have done something. Like you could have at least put a chamber match in this pay-per-view or something, kind of spice things up. Like I said, this pay-per-view was just mediocre at best. It wasn't anything like 5-star classic, but like I said, it's more of a build to Mania, which is we're looking forward to the most.
But it's still pay-per-view. I mean, that's what you have SmackDown and Raw for is a build up.
Exactly, but
so what is your rating on this?
Like I said, I give it like a 5 or 6. It wasn't anything really special, but it wasn't horribly terrible like other pay-per-views.
I swear, like there's only like 2 things that saved this show, and one of them is the Sting and Triple H thing. So
segment, yeah, but
and they didn't even wrestle.
Yeah, but
and the other one's the Bray Wyatt segment, which didn't even wrestle.
But like I say, it was more to build up for Mania. That's what it's more of a build-up show. But like I said, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And remember, The three of us, Jose and his uncle, we're going to WrestleMania. We will not be doing live reactions, but we are going to be doing a special type of video for you guys.
It's called The Results.
No. Actually, I might as well tell you guys right now.
We might be in jail.
No, we're going to tell you guys. I'm going to tell you guys this right now. I'm officially going to tell you guys what we're doing. Since we can't, not doing live reactions, and obviously we will be doing a review, but it'll probably be on the next day. But what I'm planning to do is like we're going to call it a road or a journey to WrestleMania, where
I knew you were going to do that.
Well, we pretty much.
A bunch of people walking to a volcano. Here's the first movie.
Well,
here's the second movie. Here's the third movie.
Okay, come on. Let's hurry this up, please.
We gotta do this.
Yeah, like I said, which is we could go to we just show you what we're doing, like our process of going to Mania, and afterwards, it's just something different and fun for my channel. So I just want to let you guys know it's very late. I know this video was very long, but we gotta wrap this up. I hope you guys still enjoy this review and our little beginners chat. I mean, it was weird, but you know what? Videos can be weird sometimes, but. I apologize for the long of this video. It probably won't be up until Tuesday.
He's white, he's blue.
Exactly.
Yay, Captain Planet.
So that's pretty much it.
Go Planet!
Anyways, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I'm Preston. He's Brandon. He's Jeremiah. And I'll say take care of all my peeps. And I'll see you guys next time. Yeah, any last words to say?
WrestleMania.
WrestleMania.